Hello and welcome to Trinity Tuesday. This is the Trinity of I video series. My name is Cherie Hudson, and I'm excited about today because we will be wrapping up the video series and then on to other topics. And as I mentioned, and just in case if you didn't hear any of our other videos, I want to share with you the reason why I put Trinity of I together. And it's the letter I. So, over the years, I've been an executive leadership coach. I've rolled out multiple leadership programs throughout the Midwest, California, and even Hawaii. And what was amazing was through the different industries, whether it was healthcare, banking, retail, corporate America, what kept bubbling up in the research that I did over the years was that there were three very powerful leadership qualities. And here's what's true. We are all born with these qualities, and what we bring forth and how we have it manifest and impact our world is incredible. And so when you take a look at the three, they are inspiration, integrity, and influence. Now, in the video series, we've been going through each one of these qualities and underpinning different behaviors that exemplifies that particular quality. And so today we're going to finish off influence. So what has our journey been like? And where have we been and where are we going? And I will pull up my PowerPoint presentation to just give us an idea of what we've done so far and how we're going to wrap this up. All right. So on the journey, we have definitely taken a look at inspiration. That is the number one, the first leadership quality that people look for. What's great about this word, inspiration or inspire, if you take a look at the definition, and it is the old version of the definition, all it means is to inspire, which is to breathe in. Well, we all breathe in, which is amazing because that means we all inspire. We are all inspirational. The behaviors that fall under inspiration are adversity and failure, and transmuting adversity and failure into lessons and teachable moments that we can take through the rest of our lives and approach things differently. Then we took a look at possibilities. There's so many possibilities in this world, which is very exciting. And sometimes when we get caught up in this very narrow focus, looking at the possibilities is just tremendous. And the last behavior is feel who you are. That's the great thing about inspiration, is that leaders are felt by other people, and other people resonate with that leader or maybe not. And so they either get behind their values, their mission, their vision, and so on. Then we took a look at integrity. And this one I feel is so profound because it deals with our thoughts, words, and actions. That's the first behavior. A level of alignment that attaches each one of those areas is absolutely a strength in integrity. When my thoughts match my words, match my actions, people can feel that. The second thing we took a look at is considering viewpoints. When people have this level of integrity, they're not caught up in, oh, who's saying what, or will this person get the credit, or am I looking as though I don't know what I'm doing? No, no, no. They are so level in their integrity. It's like they're looking for, how do you see things from where you sit in the organization? What is it about this situation that I can learn from this person? Maybe they see it in a different perspective or perception. And what a great way to have that level of integrity with people either at home or at work or at the Thanksgiving table, right? And so the next thing that we took a look at is vulnerability and being very open and honest and transparent. You know, we hear those words being thrown around, but really transparent, letting people know where they are, what's going on, not to hang out dirty laundry, but yet people know if things are going on. They can feel it, they can sense it, and it's better just to approach it and put it out there, and this is where it's at, and not go into a victim mentality, but just a responsible mentality of just, hey, this is what it is, and then, you know, let's move on from here. Now, the third area that we were looking at, or quality, is influence. And the first behavior we were talking about is outward focus. And that is really about being outside of ourselves. And let me go ahead and go to the next slide because we're really going to get into each one of them. So outward focus. Knowing that the people around us are going through the same things we are. Grief, loss of a loved one, someone walking out of a relationship, money concerns, everything that we go through, other people go through. And when we're outward focused, we consider other people's goals, accomplishments, where they want to be successful, and how can we help them get there. The second thing is emotional intelligence. Now, Daniel Goleman wrote a book on it, and it really took off. And emotional intelligence and having that approach is not getting caught up in our adrenal glands and fight and flight, but it's really taking a look at when our emotions come up, examining it in the moment, in the situation, and deciding what would be the best approach in this event. And emotional intelligence is absolutely amazing and builds very strong relationships. And trust really comes from here. So today we're going to take a look at continuous learning. Now I can hear some people might say, well, of course, I'm learning all the time. And you're absolutely right. We are. We're learning all the time if we take the time to consider the learning. So it's a little bit of a different slant here. So I love this picture of Albert Einstein. As a matter of fact, people ask if you could have dinner with anyone dead or alive, this is the man that I would select. And the story about him is that when he was young and went to school, the teachers had said that he couldn't speak, he wouldn't amount to anything, and, you know, suggested that they take him out of school. And here's a man that had that experience and that beginning, and taught himself geometry and taught himself and did a lot of self-learning. And through all of those years became one of the prominent, smart, brilliant genius of his time. We're still talking about him today. And so continuous learning is being open, learning from every aspect. I remember when I was attending my graduate class, there was a gentleman that was teaching, and he was like a Navy SEAL or something like that in the military. And the way he was addressing our program coordinator, I felt it was because she was a woman, he was condescending, and he did approach her in that way. I was so caught up in that, being angry, being mad, wanting to stand up and say, what is wrong with you? Why are you treating this person this way? She's an awesome individual. I could not get beyond that. And I missed all of the lessons and the learnings from what he was sharing. As a matter of fact, the next day, our class started talking about all these great things that they learned from him. And I just stood up and said, I was so angry at how he treated our program coordinator that I didn't even see any of the learnings. And they said, yeah, we don't agree with how he approached her, but we still learned, and there were teachable moments. Really opened my eyes to saying, wow, every opportunity, if I'm open, I can take in the amazing learning that is before me. Now, the other thing that we used to do in different organizations was a 360 view. And that is actually an assessment that you have people do a survey on your leadership style and take in that information. So it's somebody above you, it would be, people alongside of you as far as your colleagues, and then those that are under you, like your direct reports. It's a great way to see from every aspect of the organization how you're showing up to the party. There are so many ways today to get information and education. And when you look at today's venues, we have social media. We have tons of people that are on doing these live videos and talking about all of their, situations and sharing it. And it is so amazing. LinkedIn, Facebook, even websites that you can go on and collect all this information. Now Kindle and audiobooks. I mean, it is just amazing how we can learn. So much is out there. So continuous learning. And it could just be one event in a day, one book in a day, one page in a day. That is just the way of the flow. I always look at we're either growing and developing and learning, or we're decaying. And when we're decaying, we're becoming stagnant. So when we feel stagnant, maybe it's time to get a book. Maybe it's time to go online. There's another thing that I really think that is truly astounding. At the end of the day, just think about, how did I show up in this day? What could I have done differently? What would have been my results if I approached things in a different way, such as been this way, been more patient in this situation? How could it have looked between me and this other person? So at the end of the day, that's also continuous learning, is taking the moment to look at, what did I do today that was very successful? Congratulate yourself for it. What could I have done differently to make things better, or to come from a space of leadership that maybe I haven't approached before, and take those learnings in. So when we take a look at outward focus for influence, as well as emotional intelligence and continuous learning, these three behaviors are absolutely profound for the quality of influence to shine. I want to take this time to say thank you so very much for being on this journey with me and hearing about the different leadership qualities as well as the behaviors that underpin each quality. I will be coming out with more sessions, and we will be doing different topics, and I really look forward to that. So enjoy Trinity Tuesday. I want to thank you so very much for being with me, and I'll catch you up on the next video.